Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas here on a beautiful evening in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. And today I want to talk to you about how Zoroastrianism literally saved my life. And then we'll also do a little Zoroastrian teaching at the end of this, because Asha 5 is so powerful. And it literally, if you're dealing with any kind of fear, depression, Asha 5, I don't have words to explain it other than it'll just make you feel good, make you feel God. So when I was a young man, I read the Bible from cover to cover. I try to think back. I think it was like 7th or 8th grade I was in. And because everyone told me God wrote the Bible, right? And I thought, why isn't everyone reading this? Even like some of the adults had told me, I said, well, have you read it? They're all, not cover to cover. I'm all, are you insane? Not yet. I read it and I got OCD, guys. And a lot of times I joke about it or I get fired up and angry about it. But I just want to share my heart because I know there's a lot of new people coming to Zoroastrianism. And then there's some old-time Zoroastrians that aren't too sure about me. I've been around for a long time, but not everyone has accepted me into their fold. And so I kind of wanted to maybe introduce myself, explain my story a little bit. But so 7th or 8th grade, I read it cover to cover. I developed OCD. I'd never had anything like that before. Depression. I became scared of God. It was totally different than what they sell you at that short hour church service, you know. It was frightening that God was like that. In the stories I heard, I just remember thinking, that can't be God, because it's not good. I knew that in my heart. Then part of the OCD, I was worried, well, did I just blaspheme because I thought that? And my friends, I would go and lay down in my bed, sometimes all day, with a pillow over my head, trying to figure out, what did I think? What did I just thought? Did I just blaspheme? Will I be separated from God? Will I actually burn for eternity? And I couldn't enjoy my life, guys. And I was, how do I say this? Because people get mad about this, but I was raised wealthy. We had a big mansion on the lake. We had a boat that used to go in front of our house around the lake and point out houses, and we were on the house list, and they would tell our story. And we had Mercedes and Ferraris and Rolls Royces, and we traveled, and money was never an issue. But I wasn't happy because I was in a hell in my own mind. You can be living in a beautiful environment, but if you have a hell in your mind, you can't enjoy any of it. And this went on for so long. I was just tortured. And it wasn't until I was probably in my just about mid-40s, a neighbor gave me this book here, The Teachings of the Magi by R.C. Zahner. He used to give me a lot of books. He was here at the local university, he was a professor of world religions, and he'd always just feeding me stuff. My friends, when I got this little orange book on Zoroastrianism, it resonated with the book that was written inside of me, in my heart. It's just, I knew, because people are always trying to, right, proselytize you or get you to come over to their religion or their faith. But usually whatever you're brought up in, right, you're locked in because you think that's become your truth, right? Because mom and dad said that's God, that's the religion, grandma and grandpa, all your friends, the government, the society, right, whatever nation you're raised up in, you think that's it. And then they put fear in you to apostatize, right? They'll punish you, or God will send you to hell, you know? And so most people don't ever choose the best religion for them based on study. It's just whatever is given to them. I didn't know there was anything else. And then a lot of the other ones, like he's always feeding me books. I was thinking, it doesn't make me feel much better than the one I already have. But Zoroastrianism, about a God that was just good. And there's no stories in Zarathustra's book that anyone would read and think, well, that doesn't sound quite right. You know, many of you probably don't know this, but I went to Bible college, even after all I went through, again, because I didn't think there's any other way. And we actually had what they call it an apologetics course, where they would teach you how when people brought up these horrible stories, right? Just kind of a canned answer to give them, but it could only go so far. And then you would go into threats, and so it didn't bring any peace to us or answer any questions, but it was just a way to answer people that brought up these questions. This little orange book, the day I read it, and I didn't put it down, right? I ate it up. It resonated with the book inside of me, and I had instant peace. It literally saved my life. It went from being a hell in my own mind to heaven in my mind, and then living in heaven on earth. And I spent a long time, guys, in just misery and suffering that didn't need to be. I could have enjoyed that whole portion of my life. And so that's why sometimes people criticize me in the comments, and not even just on YouTube. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'll go to different Reddit sites, Facebook sites, Instagram sites, and I'll see my little face pop up with my orange hat and my other orange book that we'll talk about. And some people say some great things. Most people really do. But there are some people that are just cruel, right? And say hurtful things. And I was thinking, well, it's probably they just don't know my heart. And so maybe I should have made a video like this a long time ago. I don't even know if the person I'm trying to talk to would even be on here at almost 7 minutes. I hope you are. And I hope you see my heart. And I hope you see that we all really need to come together, because the whole world needs this message. People shouldn't have to suffer like I did. And then something beautiful I saw, and I'll never regret what I did. I started telling this story to everybody because I knew the world needed it. There's no need for the suffering that start not only just in our head, but look around the world right now, right? Everyone's of those other religions, they're all fighting, and they think they're doing it for their God. It's just, and it's so sad. It's unnecessary suffering in your own heart and mind and in the world. And that was Zarathustra's idea, that if everyone got this message and everyone was holding this highest principle of God good, it would bring frashokrati, because we'd all be living in heaven in our own hearts, and then we'd create it in our world. My friends, with that all good spirit, we'd come into union, oneness with that all good spirit. And my friends, the first day I read this, I was healed. And then something beautiful happened. I've been doing this for a long time. I've got this message, because I have like 10 channels. I don't know which channel you're watching this on right now, but I went crazy, guys. I wanted to get it out as much as I could. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channels all over the place. I've written I've lost count, I think 17 books now. And I get so many testimonies of people in tears because they experienced the same thing I did. And it's sad. Some of them were much, I thought it was sad. It was my mid 40s. I got some people right up to the end of their life, and they're just, thank you, Megas, for giving this to me before I passed on. And it breaks my heart. It makes me so sad. This life is a gift. It should be enjoyed and cherished. But stories are powerful, guys. Fear. That's something we're going to get into with Asha 5 that's so important. But anything that makes you fear, it's not God. Anything that goes against your heart, and you're thinking, oh, this doesn't feel love, doesn't feel right, doesn't feel God, trust your heart. And, those religions, like the one I was brought up in, they told you don't ever trust your heart. It's deceitful, right? Just obey the Bible, your government, your priest. Don't trust your heart. Don't ever meditate. You might get tricked by a devil, right? And it's so sad. We kind of have, it's never an obligation, because Asha doesn't work that way. Like, And that's what's beautiful too. Like if I wanted to stop making YouTube videos and writing books, I'm not abandoning Asha, and Asha's not abandoning me. We are one. We are in this life together. Asha loves me. I love Asha. That's one thing I love about the story in our ancient text where, it said that the evil spirit came to God and said that he was going to separate man from him. And God prayed to Yatahu and said, it's impossible, right? Me and man, me and my creation, we're the same thing. There's no separation. You could never be separated from God. And that was my fear, right? With my OCD, that I'd blaspheme and be separated from God. Can you imagine how good that felt when I found out that's not even a thing, right? When I found out we weren't born dirty sinners like I was told, how do you think that makes a child feel? The original religion, Zoroastrianism, tells us that we're heroes for coming into a body that's in our very genes and DNA are things like sin, right? Grandma and grandpa, mom and dad had anger issues, right? Had perversions, were thieves, and that's born in your very DNA, right? How about things like diabetes and heart problems? You're brave, you're a hero. And it said, even before we came, we had Vohumana, the God mind, and God said, the world's crying out for you, even the animals, and they need you, but you can stay here. You don't have to go. But if you go, I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. Is that a little different than maybe one of the religions you might have been brought up in, like me, my friends? It's so beautiful. And when you're loved like that, it makes your religion so real. When you get to choose your God and your religion, right? It's not just forced on you. It makes it real. It's not out of fear, right? You got to do this or you're going to hell, or they're going to chop your head off, or whatever. You're not doing it for reward. Well, if you do this, you get to go to heaven, right? You're doing it just because it's right. Just because it resonates with your heart. This is right. I don't care what you call it. This is right. This is truth. This is good. I like that. It's good. It's perfect, my friends. So now it became the whole orange thing. I started, I think, my first YouTube channel maybe 12 years ago, maybe more. And because of this orange book, I always wore my little orange hat, just kind of a little shout out to this book. Then I ended up writing my own little orange book, and it's 16 statements and teachings of just what was in my heart, just gratitude. I tried to take everything that changed my life, put it in something that someone could just read, and it's simple, and it's just good, and it could change people's lives. And oh, guys, the testimonies I've had from people reading this, and it's beautiful. So let's just do Asha 5 today. And do me a favor, if you're still here at this point, if you do hit up that thumbs up button and just go to the comments and say Asha is, it just helps this channel, and then it helps us get the message of Asha and Ahura Mazda to the whole world. And dude, we reach millions. I'm so excited. I was counting it up with all my channels, everything. We've reached over 6 million people have seen this goofy face, fired up about Asha. And so it's doing something, right? They're hearing the truth. And, that's the beautiful thing about the truth. Once the truth comes, the lie loses all of its power. So Asha 5 says, believe only the highest truth, Asha. So, and again, if you're new, Asha, it's the very spirit of truth. It's the spirit of that all good God we're talking about, Ahura Mazda. And it's, you could think of it like heaven on earth, the perfect creator's perfect idea, that perfect frequency. It's the real above all real, right? It's perfect perfection. So we want to only believe and hold that spirit, that frequency. As the wise Lord is perfect, this is one of my favorite things. As the wise Lord is perfect, so his idea of creation is perfect. This is called Asha, truth, right? And I always say, what else could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind? If a perfect creator is going to make something, guess what it's going to be? Perfect. If a good creator creates something, it's going to be good, right? It's going to be loving. It's going to be all his nature and attributes. That's what I love so much about learning about Ahura Mazda. It's the same God that was in me all the time, and it's reasonable. It makes sense. It's the highest principle. It doesn't change its nature by how someone else is acting, right? Just like we teach our kids. If man's acting the fool or some kid in class, you don't get to get angry and jealous and hate and kill them and smite them and then burn them in hell forever and then come back up and just be your big smiley happy self, man. That's the religions that followed. Zoroaster means pure starlight, undefiled, undiluted, most importantly unmixed, right? It's love without the hate, the peace without the war. He heals but doesn't send sickness and disease. And this good world, this Asha, believe it or not, it's already available. It's already here, as a matter of fact. And if people just pull away the lie and illusion and quit making a hell on earth, right? All the suffering is man-made, just like those religions that keep people bound to that is man-made. And so they think they have to do these certain things that are causing them trouble. You don't. Heaven is available. Asha is available. Matter of fact, it's the only thing that's the capital R real above all real. It's the true world. And as you become real boys and girls by attuning yourself to that all good spirit, you become your true self. You become the truth. You become Asha. My friends, it's resonance. You'll see the world reflected back. I've noticed it. Oh my God, it's like, what happened to the world? When I became a Zoroastrian and I go out into public and people were smiling at me and friendly and kind. And I realized because I've changed. My face is like excited to see you. I love you. I'm like a puppy dog and people respond to it. The animals respond to it. I live out here in the woods. The deer would come up, eat out of my hand. The turkeys, right? Turkeys don't come up to you. I remember first time I was out working, lifting weights in my shed, a whole bunch of turkeys came up and they're just hanging out with me. So I went and got a scoop of dog food and they started eating it out of my hands. The world, nature, the world, my friends, the best I can describe it, the earth feels softer. I finally feel like I'm a part of it. I used to feel like I'm a fish out of water. Like even my religion used to teach that you're an alien. Right now, I feel like I'm a part of it. I feel like I'm in a Mary Oliver poem or something. I'm a part of the fire and the earth and the air and the water and spirit, the all good spirit. And my wonderful friends and the animals, we're all in this beautiful gift called life. Oh, love it. I forgot we're in Asha 5. As the wise Lord is perfect, so his idea of creation is perfect. This is called Asha truth. This idea of truth is the very spirit of God. It is much more than not making a false statement. I love this. It is the true vision of God's ideal existence. It is the real above all that seems real. It's the highest truth. It's creation in perfect order and harmony, where nothing occurs at the expense or harm of another. Oh, I love this book so much. Can I read one more? Maybe two more. I don't know. I don't want to quit right now. If you guys are okay, I'd love to keep going. My heart's just so full right now. And I feel so much love for you. I feel like there's someone out there watching that didn't like the Megas before that maybe likes me now. And even if you don't, I love you so much, brother, sister. My heart is just to get this message to the world. I'm not competing with you at all. I just want everyone to know Asha, know this peace. We need it. We're all the same thing, right? We're all part of God. We're in this together. And I know I don't always do it. Can I be honest? I've got 3,300 videos on my Magus and Muse Books channel. And not all of them I did right. Not everyone I've said right. Probably. And on my Zoroastrian channel, I'm sure I've said things wrong. I can't even remember all the different channels. I apologize to anyone that I offended. I know I get, I'm going to say passionate, but it's because of what I came from. Again, if you knew what I went through, the hell in my own mind, the suffering. And so sometimes I come out aggressive, but my heart is good, even though my mouth sometimes gets away from me. Oh, I'm going to try to do also. I wrote a song. I've written lots of music. I love music, especially when you take words like this of Zarathustra and you put it into music. It goes so deep. I wrote a song about my little orange book, Asha. I'm going to try to find it, and I'll add it to the end of this video if I find it. It's been a while since I came across it, but it's so beautiful. I will find it. I love it too much. If you got this book, go to Asha 13. It's my favorite. And Asha by Winston Head is available. If you go to Amazon, it's only $3.83. The one on Blurb, I think, is like $10. So $3.83. You can't go wrong. I make no money off of ministry. Never have, not off anything. Because I won't touch the money because I want people to see my heart. Right? Because if I was doing it for money, maybe there might come a time that I'm thinking I should maybe retire, but I wouldn't because I'm trying to get money, right? Or maybe my heart's not, wouldn't, well, my heart will always be in it. But I said, what I'm comparing this to is I have preacher friends that should have quit a long time ago. They're not doing it for God or love, or they don't even believe it anymore. They do it because it's a job. And this is not a job to me. This is my life. Asha is my life. I'll never tire of it. There's no time I should quit, I don't think, unless Asha tells me, all right, time to take a rest, old man, or something like that. But I wanted to do it for Asha because it's right, not for money, not for a job. All right, go to Asha 13. And did I finish what I was saying? Asha by Winston Head, available at Amazon, $3.83. Good is good, bad is bad. I don't think I could have put that more simple. People miss that. They think they know it, but they really don't. If we had this little simple formula, I used to joke, I don't know if you've seen some of my old videos, I'd say, write this on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket. Just in case, oh, see, this is the thing that angers people. So I'm not going to do it. But if you ever have a bad thought in your mind telling you to do a bad thing, there's a nice way to say it, Megas. Pull out your little handy-dandy formula and think, is this good or is this bad? And trust your heart and then do what's right. And my friends, sometimes it'll go against what maybe some other religions would teach as holy or devotion. Trust your heart every time. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. The original word, right? This is Asha. We're talking about Asha 5. The only thing that could come from a good creator is good mind. It's good. It's love. It's perfection. The original word of the good religion, all good comes from the creator and no evil comes from him. From this original word, right? So we show people Asha. They start to attune it. They hear that truth. They attune themselves to it. The lie loses all of its power. Here's what happens. Their spiritual world is made straight, right? Meaning you've come into attunement, right? Mazda's like a tuning fork, and you're now buzzing at that original sound, that original ohm. And then the material world comes into order. The original word of false religion is that evil comes from the creator. And this false idea is all the evil creatures suffer. Oh my gosh, I can't stop. Are you guys okay? What are we, 24 minutes into this? Go to Asha 12, just one page back. It says, there's nothing for me outside. I've spent too long looking outside of myself, right? Mazda's inside of you. Spirit's inside of you. It is you. You come from good spirit. You're made of good spirit. You're God's stuff. You can't be separated. Just like God said, you can't separate. It's one thing. I've spent too long looking outside of myself, looking for meaning, purpose, affirmation, approval, love, truth, happiness, and even God, just to find myself ever searching. So what do? We quiet all the many thoughts and ideas and stories that we've been handed, and we go inside to that Vohumana, that Christ mind, that Jesus that lives inside of us, that Savior we're all looking for. It's in you. It is you. It's the Vohumana, that God mind, right? We're thinking from that place. We're speaking from that place. We're acting from that place. We're tuning ourselves to that place, and it's pure good. And I realize there is no separation from my good, my God. We are one. All the truth and happiness I've been looking for is here right now, right? The heaven's available right now. That's what's real. And guess what? I am that. I am that heaven. You know, I say this all the time, and I hope it's something that sticks with people. The only prayer that is ever answered is the prayer you become. Right? You can't beg a deity in the sky. You can't cut a deal. There's no plea. All you can do is attune yourself. If you want love, you have to become love. You want protection, provision, joy, peace. You want God, you have to become God. You have to become the attributes of God. Chartreveille, divine dominion, or mighty peace. Doesn't matter what's going on around you, right? Just like our God, what I was telling you, like, man acting the fool, he doesn't leave his peace and get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill, low frequencies. We be just like Daddy. We bring the peace. It becomes us. We don't let outside circumstances take away our peace, change our nature. And you'll see it's more powerful. There can be 10 unpeaceful people with distress, dis-ease. You come in with your peace and it shifts the atmosphere, the entire room with love. That's what I love to do. When I go out, wherever I'm out in public, and I walk into a place, I bring that love, and I see it shift. I see people breathe easier, and they feel me seeing that God good in them. There's a connection. It doesn't even have to have words. It's just the eyes. I love you. Asha is. That truth that you feel inside of your heart that they try to talk you out of, that's what's real. They sense it. We bring that Asha with us. You guys want to do one more? Asha 14. I am in I am. I live in God. God is good. God is omnipresent. That means my good is omnipresent, right? If God and good are the same thing, God is everywhere and in me. I don't have to go looking for my good, right? Because I'm in my good and my good is in me. We're one. My God is here now. My good is here now. You want to screenshot that? That's good stuff. All right, guys. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm going to go now try to find that song. It's just a love letter to my little orange book. And I mean it when I say this. I love, love, love you.
Who believe in the truth that you can see. Oh, Asha, I love you so. In your pages, light just below. From your tales, my heart has grown. Asha, you're my